Welcome to the American Express Digital Presence Overview. I'm going to take you through the agenda. I'm going to discuss the brand in the industry, go through their digital touch points and how they do their different various digital marketing in an online demonstration, giving my analysis, and then coming back to summarize my analysis and wrap up with recommendations. About the brand. American Express is a financial institution primarily known for their business and consumer credit and charge cards. In this industry, the way to make money is either through interest revenue, which means the person spends on the card and then doesn't pay it back and has to pay back in interest, annual fees and other kinds of fees and other products, and lastly, interchange. Associations and banks both get a piece of every swipe of a card. American Express is both an association and a bank, unlike Capital One and Citi, which are also issuers of cards, but they are only banks. Discover, similar to American Express, is an issuer and a bank. And when you are both, it allows you to get a larger piece of the interchange. And this is primarily their customer that they go after. In this world, there are two types of customers, someone who wants to borrow and someone who wants to spend, primarily. American Express really leads the way with this affluent, high-spending behavior, and that's how they make their money. Other services include travel services, which will come into play a little bit with display, small business services, which really speaks to the power of their brand. Everyone wants to accept Amex because it leads to the higher spending clientele coming into their door. And at the same time, they're able to operate as a support system for these small businesses with Open from Small Business, Open Forum, and Small Business Saturday. And they just build tons of great PR with that stuff. And small businesses love them, but also make them a ton of money. And lastly, their powerful brand. They're ranked number 26 in the world by Forbes. Number 1 in financial services. They're renowned for their exceptional customer services, and they treat their customers like members, not like customers. I'm going to take you through the main site with my demonstration. I'm going to show you some social. I'm going to talk about their sync capabilities with Twitter, what happens when you search for them, how they look in affiliates and display and touch on their mobile app. Then I'm going to come back and wrap it up. If you look at their main site, I really love their main site. You got looking for a card over here. And this is going to be a common theme. They've built up their brand, and now I think it's time to leverage it by actually pushing the product a little bit more. They're not pushing their product online. I'm going to talk to that. The other thing I'm going to talk about is how they need a drive to this home site because this home site's really powerful. You got looking for a card here, and I'm going to show you what happens when you click on one of these. And then you got social over here, and you got what's going on here with different businesses, the travel and the other cards, right? Scrolling Twitter feed. If you click on personal card here, it takes you through every single card here, and I think this is pretty sleek. You could really find what you want. And I think that they need to drive to this more because they could book a lot more accounts. If you look at Facebook, it's great, but they're not really driving to the site at all. And when you do any kind of marketing campaign, I think you need to have one focal point. They show a lot of images of their gold card. They talk about some different events, some charity. They talk about their CEO, a lot of PR stuff, which is great and builds up the brand to number 1 in financial services in the world, so they're doing something right. But I think that they could start to put a little, product and benefit messaging in here. Twitter, the same thing. Twitter, they have what's called offers, Amex offers, but it's not such a great value. I mean, everyone who's seeing this and is already an Amex customer has the Amex offer on their site. If you actually just go log in here in your Amex site, you can see the same offers that are over here. Now, they do a lot of here also promoting different celebrities, Joe Kim Noah, Eminem, Rihanna, but they're trying to push this Amex offers, which really isn't such a great value in my opinion. What they used to have was the ability to actually, because what you do is you link your card to your Twitter, and you're able to tweet certain messages and then get offers onto your card by doing that. They used to have the ability to actually execute purchases by tweeting certain hashtags. They don't push that as much anymore, and I think that might be something to get back to. But this is just like not worth it, and it's a little confusing, and they've even addressed that actually by having this YouTube video where they basically teach you how to get offers on your card. So we have this excited young lady who's going to teach you how to connect with Twitter. And the fact that they have to do this and they have to promote that link here, like we'll show you how, click here, it's almost like it's too complicated, and what's it really adding? These are your existing card members who already know what offers they have on their site. When you search for credit cards on Google, and I'm just going to use Google in the interest of time, American Express comes up. But remember what their target customer is, right? They want the people who are spending. So if you search for credit cards for spending, only Delta, which is a partner of American Express, comes up, but you don't see that. I need their membership rewards cards or Starwood card here. I think that's a huge opportunity. And if you're someone wealthy and you're searching, what interests you? Access. They're not here. Card and credit card lounge. They're not here. These are areas where I think American Express really needs to play, because if someone's looking to sign up for a card, they're not going to AmericanExpress.com and pressing looking for a card, which could lead them to the best in the business place to get that type of card. What they're doing is they're searching Google, and they're going to look at Discover and Capital One and things that American Express doesn't want them to look at. So I think that's huge opportunity. Next is affiliates. When you search for credit cards, one of the biggest things that come up in search engine optimization, organic search, right, is some of these big places to sign up for a card, right? So creditcards.com, that's a great example. So they pay creditcards.com to get them accounts for them, and I think that works, and I think that's a good idea. But there are some sites that they're just allowing to be their affiliate, which I think are a bad idea. If you go to Dan's Deals, or if you go to the Points Guy, and I gave other examples in the presentation of some of these gamer sites, Miles Professor, No Mind, and there are others. These places literally teach people how to open cards just to get the points and then close them. And these aren't long-term profitable customers for these cards. And in my opinion, they really need to just stop letting them be their affiliate. If you look at any of these, you'll see here they are, right? And Dan's Deals, here they are. But you won't see Citi up here. Citi is more picky about who their affiliate is, and I think American Express can learn from that. They do some display advertising on Flyer Talk, which is a destination for people who love to travel, business professionals, things like that. So I think this is a good place. They're not giving away the house. It's just Amazon Prime. So even if there are some gamers here, I think that's okay. And I think this is pretty solid. This is display. They do some other display. If you look around the internet, you'll find a lot of travel services, but not so much of the cards with display unless you're in a site like this. I'm going to go back to the presentation to wrap up. They do some mobile stuff. Their app is really great. It's top of the line. It's really sleek. You can swipe between your different cards if you have multiple cards with them. You're able to pay your bills and do everything on the app. They don't do so much other mobile advertising, although they were involved with Words with Friends, which was a social gaming app, and they basically got a lot of PR from having a celebrity contest of different celebrities playing each other. Justin Timberlake and Jonah Hill played each other, other people, and so that was great for them. So to wrap it up, my biggest recommendations here: search engine marketing. They need to increase their investment around the terms that attract the affluent transactor individual. So anything related to credit cards and traveling abroad or access lounges, charge cards. I mean, they who has charge cards anymore? And it's really just American Express with Platinum and Gold. I mean, that lead the way. And when you search for charge card, and I didn't have time to show you, they don't come up. So to me, that's a big opportunity. Affiliate, they need to scale back on the gamer sites. I think they need to be pickier about who they have as their affiliate. And the last two things are kind of related. I mean, listen, they've been building up their brand, and they're doing that with social. But to me, there comes a point when you could book more accounts. You could be making more money now. You could be building up some ROI. You need to drive people to the home site. Make that the focal point. Say, we're American Express, we're so great, but make sure you link to your home site at the end, because that'll get people to actually see your amazing home site, which I have high praise for, to look at the personal card selection and business card selection and really choose the card that's right for them. They have a lot of products and benefits and services that they don't even talk about, because they're so into their theme of members over customers and things like that. They could talk about their rewards program, return protection, extended warranty. They have some great things out there that they are just not leveraging enough. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed.